Hey guys, welcome to Wrench to Drive. This is a little bit different than some of my videos. I'm going to take you through a little walk on how some of this car building stuff goes when you're just getting it figured out. So this is my W2D 5. It's kind of a G-made GOM inspired car. Kind of leaning towards BFH as a name for it, Big Fucking Hammer, because it's kind of a hammer truck and it's big. I'll show you some shots of it beside a WL Toys 12428 in a minute. This is the heart of it, guys. It's those Red Cat XR 247 axles. That's the front there. Really nice axles, guys. I'm very impressed. They're holding up really good. Got these cheapo shocks on it here, guys. Hobbywing 1080 ESC. I mounted the servo inboard, as you can see there, more because I didn't feel like going through the trouble of modeling it up to mount it on the shock. This seemed a lot easier. It's actually working not bad. There's the back axle, guys, and the swing arms that I made up. It's just a plastic body with regular link ends on the ends. And I used some longer grub screws. Bit of a DIY drive shaft in the back there. Had some breakage today. I broke one of the printed ends that I used to make it longer. There's a big glob of glue on that link end holding it in place, and some more shots of the front axle. Running some cheap metal wheels. I like these quite a lot, actually. They work really well with these 120mm Injora tires. There's that back axle. So far so good, guys. I wouldn't expect any breakage with the kind of speed that I've been running, but yeah, they've held up really well. They work really nice, very smooth. As you would expect, guys, these are high quality. For $80 US, in my opinion, these axles are awesome, guys. I don't know how you're going to get a better bargain than that. Sealed bearings, cut gears, really nice, super solid. There's that skid plate. I've been using that one forever, guys. So if you don't think 3D parts can last, that thing is old. Lots of plastic in there. There's some plastic links I made to get the right length. There's the body. Broken, as we'll get to. Yeah, did a good job on the front end there, guys. For the record, you'll see in the running video that kind of the top little bit broke off real easy, and then I hit a tree head on. Not going super fast, but for sure 5-6 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure that's what did most of the damage, guys. And then I had a crash that I did catch on video that finished it off. And there's the WL Toys 12428 beside it, and you can see there's a full tire and then some of extra length on it, guys. So to me, this thing is much more of an 1/8 scale even than a 1/10 scale. A 1/10 scale would not be that much bigger, guys, just so you know. So this is a pretty good size rig, guys. The wheelbase is 260mm. The width is actually 310. I double checked that in the last video. I thought it was 270, and that's probably axle tip to axle tip. The wheels actually, the tires stick out a little bit further, so it's actually 310. This is running wideners, guys, because with those axles, the front tires actually don't clear the caster blocks. They rub, so I had to use 15mm widening adapters. Here we go. We'll get out for a little run. And this run's not very exciting, guys. As you can see, it's not super fast. Just sliding it around a little bit, see how it handles, and it drives really nice, actually, guys. I'm pretty impressed with just overall how it drives. It seems to be very predictable, very nicely balanced for the most part, guys. Which is good if you're trying to get any speed out of anything. My big knock on the WL Toys is actually that it is not suited to going fast at all, guys, in my opinion. It's a fun car, don't get me wrong, I like it plenty, but it just doesn't handle very well. It is what it is. This thing actually seems pretty good out of the box, guys. Now granted, if I throw some more speed at it, yeah, I'm sure things will change, but Yeah, I don't know how much of that's down to size. You know, size is good, guys. Bigger is better, but as you can see, it you know, fairly tame running, but it's real nice and smooth over all this bumpy crap. It's not bad at all. I think we got the first breakage coming up here pretty shortly. It's just a shakedown run, guys, so obviously nothing too crazy, and it's definitely, oh, there's the crash. So that little hit on the front end broke off that that little pokey bit there, guys, the slidey part. You know, you nudge up against something, use it to slide yourself up. Snapped her right off. Now that was pretty much expected, guys, because there's two things that were really stacked against this thing. Number one, it's cold outside. Number two, this roll of plastic is really brittle, guys. Some of the Solutech plastic is prone to this problem where it will literally, if it sits still on the printer too long, from the spool down to the extruder, the plastic will break from being just stretched that little bit and not in its rolled up state, guys. It's a problem with some 3D filament. I think the problem is that when they're extruding it and make it into filament, it's too hot and it ends up being brittle. That's my theory, anyways. It's got nothing to do with moisture, guys. Anybody who tells you it doesn't know what he's talking about. I have plastic sitting out in a roll. It's winter where I live. The humidity is super low. It's fine, guys. There's zero problem. This stuff, I've gone through multiple rolls with this problem. This one's probably the worst, though. This roll was really bad, so I did expect it to be somewhat brittle. And sadly, I was totally right, guys. It's definitely been prone to breakage. Now, that's okay, because the whole point of printing this out with this super cheap PLA, this stuff was like 15 Canadian dollars a roll. Dirt cheap. Like right now, cheap is $30 a roll, so this stuff is like giving it away. The whole point of printing it with this is that it doesn't cost much. I want to print this cage out of TPU because it's flexible and takes hits really well. So I totally expected this to break made out of PLA. It's just a question of how easy would it break. And I can tell you from experience that these parts are way more brittle than plenty of other parts that I've made out of PLA, guys. So this roll is total shit. If you're trying to make something that lasts and will endure impact, not good. And as you can see, I'm not really beating on it too bad here, guys. Just bouncing around a little bit. For sure, you know, you double the speed on this thing, get her up to 20 miles an hour, 20 plus miles an hour, it's going to break real easy, guys. There's no doubt about that. I think that's where I hit the tree, guys, but I'm not 100% sure. And it didn't actually break right away, but I'm having some fun flying over this. I thought it'd make for some kind of cool shots, and I think it does. So it's climbing over this hill, no problem, with a little more power. And, you know, having some fun here. And that's another mistake I made, guys. The front mount, it unlatches itself a little bit too easy, guys. I wasn't 100% sure how well that would work. Part of it is I made posts to mount it on because I didn't want to make a new cross member, and they're a little too short. Here we are launching it over, and I think the big crash is coming out. Yeah, there we go. That crash, it survived. Didn't break anything, guys. It's all still good there. It just came off. No big deal. Not bad. But then I do another one of these little jumps and things go poorly. Oh yeah, there, broke. Landed a little too rough on the front end there. Now I'm collecting the pieces. Yeah, lots of pieces. But not bad, only the front end broke, guys. The rest of it seems to be solid, so that's a good sign. It's one of those deals, guys. You always break stuff, and once you start working with this, you get an idea of what will break and what won't break, and you know what kind of impacts you can have going on. The bug bouncer body that I've shown in a couple of videos has held up really well. I think all the curves are conducive to better longevity, guys. This has a few pointy bits that it can land on that for sure will cause it some problems. That being said, remember, TPU, flexible filament, guys. It'll be much more durable, no question about it. And cold weather, not good. And we do a little donut here, and that's about it, guys. This is wrench to drive, where we ask the eternal question. Do you drive to wrench, or do you wrench to drive? See you next time.